Hello and welcome back. Right, let's get stuck in. Let's get this contract done. And let's get the sugar factory filled up. And I want to do the landscaping around the factory. Definitely. Top priority. I think, is that field there ahead of us? I'm sure it is. Yeah, to the right it is. And it should be straight ahead. Yeah, it is. Technically. Right, this is quite a hill actually, I didn't realise. Let's go to the top of the field and start from the highest corner so that we can work downwards. Look at that. Wow. It really is a... This is a really hilly map. You don't always realise until something like this happens. Let's go to the topmost corner. Wow. Let's use the field to our advantage. It's going to mean a weird... Imagine that. Yeah, we will. That isn't a bad idea. I mean, there's still going to be a little bit of uphill at one point, but it's a lot of... Use the shape of the land and the lay of the land are going down it to our advantage. So we're working with the contours of the field. Is just going to mean though, so yeah, we need to do that middle section or else it's going to yeah, that's true actually. We need to do the middle section first because it's still going down. We're still using the field to the best of our advantage to sort of keep the speed up, otherwise it's going to slow us down. Then when we turn around, it should perfectly... Oh, there's a bit of a miss there. Oh well, I will clean up afterwards. I really don't like... Oh, wow, yeah. It's a bad corner as well. Yeah, I knew there'd be a bit of... Let's get this bit done and then we'll go and clean up that other section. Let's clean these little bits up as well. And this corner. And this section here. Wow, that's a bit demanding. I almost completely did that. I suppose there is that little tiny, yeah. I suppose when you look at what I have missed, it's not... Let's just finish it. I do like to do it well. Yeah, I have missed a tiny weeny patch all the way down the field, which I'm not going to clean that up, but I am going to clean this last section. There we go. That makes me feel like we didn't take the mick. We shall leave the Rex up here. And we shall grab the contract. Let's refresh as well. No, it's definitely happy with the contracts for the day, so we need to go down to our main yard on the Valtra. Oh, where did we leave the Valtra? I know where we've left it. It'll be down the sugar mill end. Let's just grab that. Let's see. I'm sure we left the Valtra down there. Probably is into this he says. It's the electric. Ah. All my life. I know, let's do this with the electric tractor. He is definitely in the best position, truthfully. He's a powerful little critter. I do very much like him. Right, let's stick some lights on though. Let's put that down first, and then drop that. And let's grab that. I tell you this much, the one thing I really do love about this is its turning circle is amazing. Let me zoom in a bit as well. Seem to be like a little tiny ant on the map. Yeah, we still haven't placed his electric point. We want to get that done. Right, so it's sugar cane, I think that we're short of, funny enough. It is indeed. Well, actually, we need to do both, so we'll do a few runs. It's not ultra expensive to do a run for it, so. See if this little tractor can manage this with it being full. Majesty, yeah, it will do. Do a sugar beet first. Oh yeah, easily. Aha, this is going to fit nicely with what we want to do next. Right. Because the trees are in the way. Yeah. We'll dump this load first and then we'll go around the corner and then we're going to tidy this up or try. I have got that new mod place now where you can actually muck around with land that isn't even your own. I mean, this is our own, but it's because it's got the productions factory here. It doesn't seem to want to touch it, but it says it can cope with that. It doesn't matter. So we'll run this around the corner, then we'll do this side. In fact, we'll go right down past the end of the productions. We just see, the second-hand goods are actually much cheaper to repair. Absolutely did not struggle with that at all. That's phenomenal. So if we pull this over here, where it's just field, switch the lights off for 1 second. But yeah, switch the engine off as well for 1 minute. So actually it'd be better to do this in daylight, wouldn't it? Daylight's fading, so I'll tell you what. Let's fill the productions up, go till morning, and then we shall get stuck in. We'll do a bit of landscaping actually while we're on it, because there's a few patches. Those patches of grass and that like bold down there where there were earth. We shall have a go at those as well. We shall do 1 load of sugar cane as well, so it's got enough till morning. Then we shall do have a bit of fun with the landscaping tool, I think. Tell you one thing I would like to do though is to see how much it would actually repair. Let's customize it. I'm sure you can actually yeah, 5,000 done. Quite happy with that. Is that okay? That's more like it. 20. That's yeah. That's how you manage that. I never thought of that. Oh well, it's very useful though. I mean, the other one's still fairly big, but this now has become a very useful sort of size, capacity. There we go. It's really plucky little tractor. You're not going to be far off actually at that. Almost 2 days for both of them. Smashing. Let's pull this past where we're going to work. Yeah, these bulb patches where it's just grass. I don't know if there's any way we can actually put the proper grass back like this. I don't think there probably is, but right, let's get out and let's sleep. No, 7. It's summer. We can definitely start early with full daylight. Right, let's take time down to 1 just while we do this. Wow, loan interest is absolutely terrible. How much have we got in our storing? 12,970. Let's have a look what price sugar is at the minute. Let's have a look. Sugar. Yeah. 1,000 again. Brilliant. Okay. Let's have a look for contracts as well while we've got this moment. We're really trying to, let's accept that contract. Let's refresh. Go on then. Did that just lose? How could that happen? We got the fertilizer contract and then we lost it immediately? Seriously? It looks like it is the electric tractor show today. This is quite good actually. I like this because, to be honest, I have noticed he's been on the sidelines for a few, and it's not been, well, he's done I think one spraying job in quite a while. So let's pull up productions. Let's go to landscaping and is there a better? What's dry grass? I'm wanting to do the grass that's not just grass. Plants. Is that it? Oh, right. So what does that do? I think that's what we want, actually, looking at it. Let's go larger. Can't remember how to do that now. I've totally... It's with him. Yeah, it is. It's with the pad. Ah, we're going to actually, yeah, I'm being silly in a way. Got to be careful, I'm touching the edge of the... That looks much better. It's been bothering me for quite a while, but... Thought I'd done it with the grass, but not quite. Smashing. We'll do the rest of this touching up once we've done the actual proper sculpting. Right, so we need to twizzle around. This here is very uneven, really uneven. This patch here, this is what always, so we need to level. So if we can, that's better. If we can level that right up to the road and then just soften the edge, that would be perfect. Right, now let's change. Yeah, actually, let's level all the way down here. Oh, well, it's definitely allowed me to change, which it never used to do. That is amazing. Yeah, let's see if we can actually do the bit that's been stopping us do things for a long time. Oh, yeah. Excellent. This is the really bad bit, this bit down here. Really just would not let us touch it. Got to be careful of the field. Perfect. Let's go a bit smaller now. Wow. That is fantastic. Right, let's go back to plants then. And get the meadow back down. Let's go one size bigger. Let's get this looking something like... It's not too bad there. Down this side it really is. Actually, I think we ought to, yeah, let's put some track in. Let's make this a bit more realistic. We need to go small though. What are we going to do? Is that the same as that? No. Slightly darker. That's it. Perfect. So, let's think about it. Actually, yeah, I think quite a bit of concrete here. This is going to be our loading bay, isn't it, really? Thinking about this as a production. So this would all be concrete. Let's just make it, let's give it a good edge. Perfect. Let's get rid of those, it looks a bit weird, although I suppose it's a bit realistic. Right, let's just do from that patch there. I think that's more realistic, isn't it? But probably, if you think where that area is, it's probably not a bad idea to have a huge chunk like that. It'd be more, and that's, yeah. That's not bad. There. I'm happy with that. Is that okay? Yeah. I'll I like that strip of grass, but let's make it into plants back to meadow now. It's a bit more realistic. We'll keep it small though. Oh dear. Nudge you. It's alright. Plants do grow over the edge of. Try and get it levelish. To take too much of the field off. That looks good now. I'm quite pleased with that. See if there's anything else I've wrecked. I think we were good. Oh, that looks a bit odd now, that concrete, doesn't it? Where we've... Be careful not to wreck field. That's fair as much as I'm going to do whilst that's got crop in it. Let's just do that as well. Smashing. Excellent. Yeah, I'm pleased with that. Do you think we ought to meadow grass that though? Well, yeah, now we're not going to actually put the productions up this end. I think we... should just meadow it. Looks a bit odd there with the other weird grass. Let's be careful to get rid of all that lime. Ooh, that's different from FS19. FS19 didn't like you going under vehicles. That actually let me do it, which that's nice. Brilliant. Excellent. Let's just do that as well. Yeah, it does. Spot on. Lovely. Let's do that as well. Excellent. To the road, and it let me do it. Okay, let's make that tiny then, and we should change to painting. Let's say it's that. Oh wow. Let me do that little chunk somehow. That won't let me. Oh wow, there we go. Very sneaky. Right, okay, that's looking really good. Yeah, I'm pleased with that. It looks something like that's been bothering me for so long, and that looks now like a proper factory, like I've always wanted it all that time. Let's have a look now on the ground level. I always think it's makes such a difference. That should be so much nicer for loading now, because it was so awful here. Yeah, it's a bit, oh dear, yeah, we might need to do something with the road that's, yeah, that looks awful. Gone too far, haven't I? This is the bit that was so terrible. Yeah. Okay, let's just do a little bit more then. It's not quite right, point, is it? I'd like to get this done now, if I'm honest. So we want landscaping, level, and do level with the road. It should hopefully lift it level to that. Let's go smaller. Let's have a look now, back down on ground level. Is that taking it back to the road edge? It hasn't, has it? We've still got a floaty road. Okay, well, I need to raise it then. No, it hasn't yet. Wow. Okay then, this is going to take some doing, isn't it? Landscaping, level. Let's just get this level because this was a bit weird just in this area. Let's get this right first, then we'll go small and we shall raise right close to. That was still a little bit near these steps, that was a bit strange. Then now I need to go really small. Now we need to raise. That's not far off. A bit there. A bit of levelling needed just on there. Right, it's getting there though. It is getting there. It's still a bit there. It's gone a bit high. I need to try to very gently with the smallest size just level that a little bit to get the bit spot on. It's not far off actually. It's definitely better. So we need landscaping. Soften, I think, now. Just for those bits where you can see we've gone over. Yep. Soften should be the one that we really need. It should blend different sizes to make it all quite nice. Soften, or I forget what it was called on the old game, it wasn't soften, it was probably the thing I used to use the most of the old landscaping tools. Let's have a look. It's not bad. It's all right. It's not as softened as I thought, though. Maybe not softening correctly. No, it doesn't seem to want to do anything to that. Not at all. Well, I'd sooner have non-floaty road than I would to have... Yeah, it's a bit floaty there, actually. I can see it. I need to raise it a bit still there. Cool, this is... Got to get it right. It looks silly otherwise, doesn't it? And it'll bother us forever. So actually we now want to raise lower. Too much is just this area here. Now we've got a bit too much there. Right, now let's soften. Yeah, perfect. Doesn't like doing it near the road, seemingly. Even with this new tool, that's not bad. The levels are pretty much... Yeah, that is an awful lot better. Yeah, it doesn't like doing that bit there, where the road sign is. Oh, no, that's still not right. Let's turn around. It's actually that bit there. You can actually see it if you look at it like that. Let's raise again. Raise. Soften. Yeah, it does not like doing that bit there. I'll have to live with that. Let's have a look at that. Yeah, I think we're going to have to put up with a bit of car. Oh, there's a bit there still. Right where I am. Could have done it from that menu actually. It's just about there. Raise lower. It's there. Soften. Right, let's have a look at that. It's still a bit floaty here. Okay, let's go on to the one on this. I know I can still do it, can't I? Oh. Oh, you can't now then. Oh, it's this one, isn't it? Construction. It's actually there. So landscaping, raise lower. Sooner do that. And then we'll just literally level it. Using the road as a level. That doesn't seem to do much near a road. construction. Let's do landscaping. Sorry, this has taken a while, but these new tools. Let's soften. Let's have a look at that. Touch there. Just here. Landscaping. Raise lower. Soften. Okay, let's have a look at that. Yeah, it's got a bit of weird blending near the road, but I'd sooner see no floaty like that. It's a bit there still, just a tad. Sooner get this right. It's just past the side of the road. Let's get this right. Once done, we can leave it. Let's try that. I don't mind the bit of a weird edge as long as it's not got floaty. He says. Right where I am then. Literally construction, right literally next to where we are. It's actually good having you as a reference point, truthfully. Can we go one size smaller? Oh, they not let me. Landscaping needs to be bigger then. Okay, let's try that. I don't mind it going. Oh dear, I do. That's a little bit too. Yeah, but we have got it though. That is the good thing. So let's just soften that, and hopefully we will be there. Let's try that. Yeah. Oh, there's just a bit there that's not quite right. God. Just getting better though. Landscaping. Soften. That's made it floaty again. Every time you use a soften tool, it literally actually takes it below the level of the road. So it looks like we're either gonna have to put up with slightly. Let's try and do it to the road itself like that, so that we're mostly at the road. Starts to bubble onto the road is the bit where you've reached the right height. Right, okay, I think we're going to have to put up with slightly dodgy contours like that, and at least it fills in So, yeah, I've got to put up with it. It's either that or it's just not going to work. So it's obviously the mod was only released, I think it was yesterday. So right, let's get a bit of nice work done. Although I do enjoy doing that, if I'm honest. Let's get those contracts done. There's our sprayer. There's the tractor over here. Let's let go. In fact, no, let's take that around there. But let's drop it here. We need to get our sprayer. I do believe we've actually got one of the spraying fields down here. One thing I would like, I know we can't really afford it at present, is a shed. Soon. We should treat ourselves at some point. It's, even if it means the actual contracts. But once the money, I know we've got that massive loan, but okay, let's just check contracts. Actually, let's fix this up. Repair. And let's fix you. Oh wow, that was a bit more serious, Dosh. Okay then, that's definitely much better. Don't like seeing everything. So 42. I know where 42 is. It's the one at the very bottom. It was actually a field that I was going to buy myself. The first field I was going to buy, but I actually didn't because I was going cheapskatey, and I went for that field that we actually got because of how far I think it was from the shop. It is a good field, 42, because it's got bits around the edges. I thought it would have been perfect for having a couple of buildings on, and it hasn't got trees around its edge, unlike the field that we did buy. So in some ways I still think I was right when I was going to go for it, but I chickened out, so I thought, oh, it's further away from the store. That's not everything, is it? Right, let's get this done. We'll get the other contracts done. We've got our we've got the sugar cane and the sugar. Yeah, got a full day's worth, so we'll top up tomorrow with both of those. Quite a large field this is, so we should top up as we pass our fields. It's all spraying contracts we've got, isn't it? Let me just get onto these straight and we'll have a quick look. I know they're at the top. I think it's all spraying, isn't it? Let's have a look on our contracts. Spraying, yeah. It's 42, 25 and 8. And our 8 is, 25 is up top. But whereabouts? Oh, hang on, is it? Where is 25 then? Oh, it's that one. Oh, wow. 25, so wow, they're actually in the complete opposite section of the map, full stop. My grass grown again? Have a quick look. Looks like it's grown again. No. Oh, no it is, yeah. Right. That reminds me as well, we need to go and see how our silage is doing. my time has just gone. I spent nearly all of the session actually doing the landscaping. We will finish these 2 contracts though, and then we will call it a day. I'd like to do something nice that I enjoy doing, bringing a bit of money to the farm as well. Got so much debt, it's unbelievable. It's funny when you do this, there is a couple of second delay between you pressing the button and it actually spraying, so you've got to actually do it slightly before you hit the grass or the weeds. So like say now, and then it just comes on just in time for you to actually do it. It's quite weird. Just catch that tiny bit as well down there. Let's go and top this up. I know what we need to do. Let's grab the vulture as well from the top. Wrong menu. Right, so we want that, and we want vulture. Set destination. Let's bring you down to the store. Yeah, it's happy. Brilliant. Make sure you're not going to do any silly tricks. No, you're following the road. That's fantastic. Right. Yeah, because we're going to need to bring that down for doing the grass work next time. I was going to tell myself off then for leaving my spikes, but on my my bales, but on the telehandler, but it's about 10 foot up high in the air, so I'll give myself a break this time. Yeah, it could be a lot worse. Right. Smash it. So we want to, let's go and do that far field, because I would like to look at our silage as well while we're actually going over that way. See how far that's fermenting. I would say by the end of today, I think that'll be done. Next play session we'll cut the grass. I am loving it now that we're beginning to get a bit more work on our farm. It is nice having just the one field and just being able to harvest once a year on your one field. It's quite tough. I seriously wish that I'd have realised that cutting grass, which was my normal on seasons and start from scratch, cutting grass because it grows multiple times in the year was always my go-to. But now that I realise you don't need to own the BGA in 22, then that is even better. You can still get money from silage and that, but without having to own the BGA. So yeah, I think next time I start from scratch, I will go back to my traditional way of doing things. Although, to be honest, I've enjoyed this. It's given us a good way to, or me a good way to learn FS22, but also to do things that are a little bit different. I mean, there is a reason I obviously do grass, in so much as you get multiple harvests, and also silage is usually reasonably good, not fantastic, not on. I mean, I usually play on hard economy. Now that is tough. Everything's, like you don't make money from everything equally, and silage is also terrible. On the old game it used to be 270. It was very tough to actually make things ends meet, but I did it, and it was only because you could do multiple cuts in a year and so multiple harvests that you could actually make ends meet. So I was going to fill up then. this is not going to fill up from that. How are we doing? Oh, only 29%. So actually then, not today, it'll be the end of tomorrow. Okay then. Now then, if I remember rightly, the proper way to get on that field is to go down here. Last time we cut across the train tracks, which was a little bit naughty of us, so we're going to do it the right way this time. Brilliant. Now let's make sure you really have. Yeah, you have. There's no going round in circles. Spot on. Right, let's get our second field done, spraying, and then we'll go up to the top and do that tiny field 8. It was 8 once, it wasn't 18. Yeah, 8. This is the best contract, isn't it? Yeah, it is. This is the one we get paid the most for. We're going to be sneaky though, because otherwise I've got to go all that way back, and we're much, if we do it from the top end of this, start unfolding, should just about get away with. This is a strange shaped field. Perfect. I do as you are being silly. I'm going onto the field. Right, let's get this sorted. Yes, this is definitely the biggest of the lot, but field 8 is tiny, so I think even if we've got just a quarter of our spray left, we should easily be able to manage field 8. It really is, thankfully, a very small field, whereas this is actually larger than you think. At least I can see where I've gone. I do like it when it's young plants, you can see. Sorghum's a bit of a funny one though. That's not even easy to see in its first growth stage. I think it's sorghum. It's got a really weird pattern to it that hurts your eyes when you look at it, or hurts my eyes anyway. I can't speak for other people. Is this we are spraying? Don't know. Shall have a look on the contract, I'm sure it tells you. What does it? Let's have a quick look. Does it tell you? No, it doesn't, does it actually? It just says spray the weeds in the field. Soybeans. Actually, yeah, I've not done this very well in a way. Oh no, because I've got to come back up the middle. If I do the edge, it should be able to finish this nicely by coming up the middle and ending at this end, which would be perfect. But going up to field 8, you can just cut across there. So, with that in mind, let's do around the edge nicely. This is a weird shape. Right. A little bit far out. Don't like wasting herbicide, it's not cheap. I don't like cheating the farmer either. So it's a happy balance for us all, win-win if we get this right. Yes. Money's reasonable, but we need to rack up some contracts to get down that loan. And oh, I have not looked at my favourite part of the day. I cannot neglect this. Well, I don't know, that's disappointing. Still, in another way, I'm glad it is disappointing. Because we really need to definitely put the money away to pay the loan off. So I suppose actually, although I look, I really don't want there to be anything really good, because it'll be... the only thing that I would tempt me, I think, right at this minute, he says, would be a baler and a windrower. We need those. So if they were on special, yeah, I would be tempted, because again, we do need them. So I would definitely be diverted from the... Other than that, though, I think, to be honest, we've got enough trailers, enough tractors. I know eventually we need a powerful tractor, but again, I need to get the loan massively down. Since we bought the sugar beet proper big harvester, obviously that seriously sent us into an awful lot of debt. So yeah, definitely need to... I think we're going to go around and around on this to get rid of it, so we end up at that top part of the field. I normally go up and down, but I think this time we shall do it like that and go down, and then we shall finish at the top end without having to come back down this end. This is a weird shaped field, so it's just not going to work perfectly. There we go, that's not far off. Glad we can see where we're going on this. Right, twizzle around. And go out again. Let's get this right. It is a big field, this is. Never seem to run out. Let's twizzle around. And, ooh. Yeah. Wow, it is. Just there. Pull around. Go up. Should finish at the perfect place if we do it this way. Even that's a bit faffy. Get into the bits now where, yeah, it's going in, so let's just get that. I'm missing a bit. Yeah, it's also thinning as well, so we are getting close to the top. Even though I can't see the end of the field, I know we're not far off now. Definitely, it's not so much swinging around now before we can reach the end of our boom. So we're definitely getting close. Yep, definitely getting close. Just this tiny bit which we should get away with, going straight up. Just about. Yes, perfect. Right, okay. Yes, the road is there. Let's make sure we're not going to get... Excellent. Zoom in a little, we seem like a tiny little gnat. Go on, go past. I can go on the edge. And again. Go on then. Pass me by. There's another one as well. Let's indicate. To take the indicator off. Let's zoom in a little, I'm a little bit far out. So, field 8. Let's get this finished and then we are done. For this session anyway. Excellent. Well, we'll be up to over 50 grand again, I would say. And we've got at least 12 tons of sugar to take, and the price is... So that's 12 more thousand. I'm quite glad we've changed to storing. It's just the work. But as I have noticed, I am getting better at my... Oh, this is quite hilly. I am getting better at... Oh, well, actually, we shall see. Now that we've made that level-ish down at the... I do still think I've got a bit of work to do. With it being productions, I think I've got to make the field, shrink the field a tad, so that we can actually load a little bit easier. We've got to make this work for us really well. Let's just check. Let's have a look. Where are we? Oh, we're right over there. Oh, we've hit a tree. Not so good. Not a good idea. No. So we need to be actually travelling crossways. And down by that building over there, which she thinks a production thing. Or is that the shop? No, it isn't. That's a productions building. I'm not sure which one. Let's go down and have a look. It's not something I'm... Whoa, 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 whoa. Let's not go across anyone's crop, whether we can damage it or not. Yeah, what is this? What are you? What are you? Ah. So this is the raisins, the grape processing place, isn't it? That's our field just down there. Look how bad those lumps are, though. Let's go around them. Let's try and pick our way through this very hilly terrain. There is a way, though. I can see it. I can see it. There we go. Spot on. Okay. Now, is it this one or is it that one? It's this one. Okay. That was not my best judgment. It's a little bit out. I suppose it's too bad though, is it? Okay, yeah, actually that wasn't too bad at all. Okay then, let's get this finished. And this is where we'll be coming later with the sugar. We didn't do badly out of that spray. It's a good little earner out of all that. Let's just get that little bit started there as well. So about now. So couple of seconds delay in switching it on. Right. If we go up. Yes, this is a funny, it's not going to quite work right looking at the boom length. Not quite. A bit left to do, it's not quite, it's a bit longer than my boom. So there's going to be a funny strip left. Yeah, there is. Looks like a couple of funny twizzles though, so that's not too bad. One like that. And another one like that. Don't mind leaving that weedy little patch. That's not bad. Excellent. Right. Okay then. We'll leave this over here because there's enough in this for us to do at least a fair-sized field on what we've got left there. And that's just the front tank left, isn't it? I think. Okay then. Excellent. Contracts. Let's get this done. Collect. Field 20. Ooh. Do you know, we're not that far. Let's do it. I know it's over there, but we're not that far. There's only that one left to do, so let's do it. I don't mind. Every penny counts, or every euro counts. At the minute, 20s. Near the sawmill, I remember rightly. Let's just have a quick look. Let's put us on. Yeah, it is. Smashing, so we can use... I love these little tracks. Absolutely fantastic. So we want a shed and we want the electric tractor's charging point. We've been threatening this ever since we first bought it. Luckily its batteries are phenomenal, only a third the way down, so I think I would have taken it a bit more seriously if I was getting into about the last quarter. I think I would have had to... What production are you? Trying to get used to what everything... it's the biogas one, isn't it? The gas one. And that's the grade mill, isn't it? Production there. Trying to get used to looking at them and just being able to identify them. Is that that? Actually, isn't that the grey mill? What's this one then? Let's have a quick buzz by. Whoops. My bad. Le Jardin des Fermières. Alright, what are you then? Oh, it's the railroad silo. Yeah, that is a grain elevator. Carpentry, sawmill, biomass. Yeah. Bakery. Grain mill. Ah, that's why I've not seen it. It literally is set back. I passed it. Okay. Right, I believe field 20 is this one in front of us. I'm sure it is. It is indeed. I remembered correctly. It is actually quite a largish field. I've done this a few times now. No, medium. Let's call it medium because it's not large. That one there's large. That's massive. That one is. I've done that a few times. As is the one at the top. That is also very large. Right. Let's get spread. Oh, this is not easy to see. Another one of those. What are you? Yeah, it is sorghum that is the hard one to spot. Even in this growing stage, I can hardly see where I've been. You have to look very, very carefully. It's just so tightly packed. It's just can't hardly see in between the young plants. Even when you've sprayed the things and the weeds are damaged, it's very difficult to see unless you sort of do that. And I think that's not a very pretty view when you've got guests. It doesn't look very nice. It's not bad. 81 euros wages. I can live with that. It's better than some of the thousands. That's just for us sending our workers from one place to another. I must actually buy some of the lime from the lime point just to see how expensive or cheap it is. I'd imagine though it's probably it's at the same price as shop prices, which is dearer than our buy point. So yeah, I'll probably stick to buying lime from the market that we buy it from, should we say. Right. Yeah, definitely last contract. This one. Bigger than I thought, actually. How much did we get for this contract? Yeah, nearly 4,000. Can see why. There's quite a bit of centre to this field as well. Even when you've gone around the edge, there's still quite a lot left. We've done well, really. I'm quite chuffed because this is the smallest sprayer that you can get, and there's quite a lot of large fields on this map, so I'm quite chuffed that I've just stuck with it. I've never sort of changed sprayer for. Mind you, I don't think I've ever seen one of the bigger ones up for special since we've had this, but I still don't think I'd be tempted. We've done the big fields with this. I think I'd just stick to what we've got. Quite happy with that. I think we started on the up section there, which, let's just have a quick look, is there. See the edge of the weeds. Let's just get that right, and then we'll go straight up. Yeah, I can see, yeah. Try and just go parallel to the edge of the field. I think we're not far off at that. Let's have a quick look. Yeah, maybe in a tad. Yeah, I think that's about right. And about there, I would say. Let's have a quick look. Yeah, that's not bad. Let's go parallel to that. Not too much further. I should say about there. Let's have a look. Ooh, not bad. Not bad. Actually, yeah, I need to come out a tad. Quite. That's about right. Waste not, want not. Okay, I would say about there. Need a little touch, I'm slightly out. Parallel. Yeah, I've done 2 runs, I'm going too far now. Yeah, that's about right. Let's hold my line. Let's remember I'm two lines in now, so I can't look for just one width, I must look for two, which I would say is about there. Yep. Lovely, we're getting there now. Field's definitely shrinking. Yeah, it is. That's it, spot on. Yeah. Coming in a little bit, you can see the... Yeah. Smashing. Tiny little patch. Brilliant. Excellent. Yeah, I don't think we're going to manage another contract, so that's luckily we're not doing anymore. That's a very good place to stop though. Collect. Oh, that's the biggie, isn't it? Do you know, I'm almost tempted for once to actually borrow theirs. Yeah, I'm not going to do it, but that's for next time. We will literally do that. I know we're only going to get 8 grand, but it is a big field, so I've done that a couple of times with ours, and it is massive. It would be nice to go for one of the bigger sprayers. Right, anyway, that is today's adventure completed. So back up to 57,000. Brilliant. We have done. I'm really chuffed. I know it took a long time, all that landscaping, but it's been bugging me for absolutely forever. So chuffed now that mod's come in, so you can actually go up to the roads and that without. So it saves us having to move it. So we've done most of the landscaping, made that all look pretty. We've done quite a lot of landscaping up at the yard. I would like to... Do you know I would? We did say that, didn't we? Let's quickly go down to the yard. Let's go and place a shed. That's the fruits of our labour today. Let's go and do that. Right, actually, I think... I would say actually where those trees are, where the house used to be, on the, you know, if you were actually... So we want construction, and we want buildings, sheds, easy shed, the one and only one that I can probably afford, the standard 10 grand. Now there is another one actually that I liked. Yeah, that one's nice, but to be honest, for once, the easy shed, that one's more for placing in the middle. I suppose we could do that though, couldn't we? It's not bad, is it? Do I want it there? Or, no. I think actually there is... I think... No, not too close to the road. It needs, because it's a drive-through, so... Right, now we need... Do you know what I am going to do as well? I've been wanting to do this. I know I'm on about... I have said about production... greenhouses, about us getting the debt down, but the best way to get the debt down is actually to ramp up our productions, and I do think truthfully the greenhouse is the way to go. So I think if we go for 3 of these and then buy a water container, now then I need to get both sides, so I need to drive through. Let's go water this side, where I've got a drive-through bit in the middle. I'm going to have to move that trailer. Will that let me place that there? Oh. Yeah, we need to, yeah. Right, let's get that. I think 2 by the look of it. I don't think we can, let's have a look how we, placement of that. Oh, now that's nice. I knew this area down here was flat. Okay, so then, actually I've done that wrong, haven't I? That was quite wasteful. I should have put that back to that. I've got a run down there, which is totally unnecessary, unless I flip the next one facing that. Oh no, but then the water's on the wrong side. Come on, little Zeta. Show us your stuff. I know you can do this. I have every faith in you. When you finally get up to speed. Let's get you moved. In fact, yeah, let's go put you in the shed. With the trailer. Glad when I can afford a silo, but that won't be for a while. Stick that in there. Let's drive right the way through. Smashing. Right, let's put a second one. I think 2 actually, and let's leave ourselves with a bit of cash. But I will set these going, otherwise it's pointless. It really is. So, productions. 1 more greenhouse. Now then, we need to be able to get in there. Do you know, I'm still tempted to swizzle it around. Because then the 2 productions leave a wider alley. Oh, cool, I got that right. That's about right. I know it's faffy in one way, right, so we now need to go and get some water, so we need the water. Let's go and have a look. So it is, I think we've only got the standard one, haven't we, actually? Unless we go big, which I really don't think we can afford to go big. That's for fuel, isn't it? Yeah. You can only diesel, a mobile petrol station, right? Okay, it is. I think it's in animals, isn't it? Yeah, we've only got the Aquatrans, haven't we? Unless we go big. In fact, yeah, I don't see really why we would. Oh, is it just because it carries more stuff? Yeah, it does milk and all the rest, doesn't it? But we're only wanting this for that anyway. I don't think there are any mods yet, are there, for this? I've not seen anything on the market. Oh. There were more on there than I thought, but it still seems to be, to me, the best option presently is the Aquatrans. Yeah, we're going to need to buy one. We are, seriously. I was going to like hold out then, but right, let's grab. What have we got around? Where is the? Can the truck do the Aquatrans? I was just thinking it's the fastest. I think it can, can't it? Right, let's go grab that and let's get our productions underway. I know we've spent all that money, but now seriously, now I've seen there is a place that's not bad, and it's just down here. It's a very tight angle for you to be able to get in, but I think we'll try it. I did look. I'd scouted down here. I think it was, yeah, I think it was live on one play session when I was looking. Got some equipment. No. Oh. Okay. Well, we just so happen to have the Voltra right here. There is our beast waiting for our sugar beet harvest later in the year. Okay then, Voltra it is. Well, we certainly separated ourselves quickly from that. Sometimes, though, it is a matter of literally, we know the productions does work well. I think we'll just trundle these. So it is somewhere over here. Let me just see if I'm right. It's just as a very, very narrow place where where it narrows down. Yeah, here. Let's just see if I'm right. I did look at it a while back and I thought, ooh, there is a really tight spot where you could actually get in, or it looks like you could. Let's just see. Perfect. Not too far from the shop, not too far from our place. Spot on. We may have to pop down here 2 or 3 times. There isn't one near us. I did check right the way down that bank, and it is way too precarious. Way too precarious. The banks are all too steep. I did check because obviously it would have been much more perfect for us to do it over there, but I did have a look down here and I thought, ooh, there is one little bit where it actually narrows down to the point where you actually could grab it. I know I've been watching Daggerwin's Let's Play and he goes over there somewhere quite a way. But, I mean, I did a recce and I thought, I reckon I can actually, I don't need to go that far. Okay. I think this is going to take all of that, isn't it? And then some. Probably 2 lots. I think that was what Mr. CLP, when he did his greenhouses overview, said. I think it was a storing of the water. I don't know that I think that it's basically you can fill and then just leave them for a while, so there's longer before you need to fill it. So that's the advantage. Whereas the little ones, obviously you've got to keep topping them up much more often. I don't think the outputs, I might be wrong on that, but I'm sure it was not the production, it was more about you could leave it longer. I'm sure that's what Mr. CLP said when he was summing up about it. No, that's a bit too steep. It's just down here. Yes, it is a very narrow section that you can actually do this down here. That one first until it doesn't need any more. Let me have a look at the productions, thinking about it. Greenhouse. Oh wow, looks like about 20. So each one's going to need almost 3 of these. Is that my weight's getting in the way a bit? Yeah, it's not perfect, I know that, but we can do it. Save's going an awful long way. So 2 more journeys for this one. And then 3 for the other one, and we shall set them going. In fact, I know what we'll do. We shall literally do this one in the other one. Set both productions going, and I'm going to set them both on selling, and I'm going to sell, I think, let's have a look. Yeah, we need to. Let's have a look. I'm going to do one on tomatoes and one on lettuce, and selling, if I was doing them selling. Right, smashing. There we go, that is everything done. So that's them both done. We shall have, I think they both take longer. I think strawberries are the quickest, but not because of that. You can see, you know, like lettuces I think are the slowest, but also you get more from that. I just want to literally set it and forget it, almost like a passive form of income, which it is sort of, but obviously I know we've got to top the water up, so it's not totally passive. Now, I wonder if we can, no, that's a bit too, we can go forwards like that, or whether that's a bit too dangerous. Whoa. Okay. Yeah. No, that didn't work too well. We should stick to the way we were doing it last time. It's a bit lumpy, the rocks there. Need to change my angle. Not very. Yeah, I've made this a bit difficult now. Typical me. Okay, being as we can, let's twizzle around a little. I'm going to make this easier on us. This is where we're going to do this. We're allowed to, so I'm just going to bring in the telehandler and just level this out a little bit. We need to soften, don't we? Let's just do soften. Let's go one bigger. Won't do the bit under where your tractor is, funnily enough, which I suppose, no, I can see why that it would be the case actually. You could sort of use that then as almost a trick to get yourself out of a situation similar to what we're in now, which is a little bit naughty. Well, I don't know, I suppose it's only like digging yourself out of a mess with a bucket or something. I don't suppose it is that naughty. Why are you so difficult to move? I don't get it. Okay. Let's just... Seriously, you still can't fill at that angle. Okay. Let's try that. Whoa. Right. We will fill them though. Wow. Wow, that is, yeah, I need to follow the contour of the land a bit better. It's a bit lumpy in that exact section. Right, I need to follow the contour better. We should grab a telehandler in the bucket and we should just lower that a bit. Escape in. Soften. I suppose I am actually being a little bit naughty. If this were my land, I would have a valid reason for doing that. That was naughty. I shouldn't have done that, really. Typical after the fact. And now I've done it. Yeah, I feel a bit bad about that now. Really shouldn't have done. I could have made do with as it was. But I would actually at one point like to buy this. That is a fantastic field, it really is. Let's do second refill for this one. Yeah, let's just see if I'm right. Is it going to take 3? Oh, I don't know. I think one more for the other one and then literally one more to top them both up. It's not quite 20 odd thousand, is it? It's like 19 or something. So I think actually 2.5 each, which is not too bad. Yes, if I am going to buy a big field, I would love to buy this one because of its location close to us. Right, now let's actually... If we go close to the edge, not too close, I want to fall in like that. Across the edge, we should be able to almost back straight in. Oh, actually I can do it from there. So, one more for the other one and then we'll come back one more time to literally top them up and then we can set them and forget them for a while. Don't know how much they go down every day, but we shall have to see. I've liked the look of greenhouses ever since. I always used to go solar panels in FS19. I thought they were a fantastic passive income. I do think, I always have said this with Start From Scratch, you need some form of passive income, so the greenhouses may be probably one of the ways to start passive income. I'm just testing the waters, you could say. I had a firm way of doing things on FS19, so we're looking a little bit more like a farm now. Same as the other one, isn't it? Right, last one. I don't think we'll be quite up to full. I think we'll be just under if we do a half load for each. That will do me. Nearest damn it. Although I suppose it makes more sense to top this up one last time, fill them up and have a little bit of water left than it does to do it that way. Thinking about it. Right, let's do that again. That actually worked quite well. Ooh, and it didn't come down this bit. I came a bit down there. Go down the edge. Should be able to. Ooh. Perfect. Yeah, this episode has taken a lot longer, but I don't know. It did seem right somehow that we did that. It was last play session I had here was a bit of a fraught one. It's actually nice to have this has been quite relaxing. I've quite enjoyed it. A couple of spraying contracts, a few spraying contracts, not a couple. That's two. A few spraying contracts. We've got another decent contract next time to take us back up in the right direction again. We've got our productions going. That reminds me, how is our sugar looking? Yeah, both enough for the day. We should top up tomorrow morning. I'm trying to ignore the tick down of my equipment's damage. That seems to be a constant nag. That's the right one. Oh. Okay. So what is... it's just under 20,000. Right, so this will fill and we'll have some left to top up for a couple of days. Yes, I think we need a modded water. I mean, I've got one now, so I'm quite happy with this, but yeah, I would have, if this was the FS19, I'd have probably gone H2 Studios or the fantastic one from Royal Christie. That'd become a firm favourite of mine, but so was the H2 Studios one. The modded ones, they were fantastic value. Now then, you need to go around that tree. Oh, that's a bit... Actually, yeah, that's not really... Need to go around that one. Back in. I've done that as well this time. That was a bit of a... Let's try that again. I need to pull around one more time, I think. Smash it. Excellent. Right. Not altered it that much actually. Looking at it, was a bit naughty, and I wish I hadn't done it. But I haven't done anything terribly. It's not made anything really awful. And I suppose we could still get in before, but I shouldn't have done that. If I'm honest, I still don't feel it was the right thing to do. I got carried away. Right, let's get this topped up, last bit, and that is going to be where we leave it. Wow. Smashing. Oh, that must have used a bit in that little bit that we went over there. Wow. Smashing. So that is our new greenhouses. Our first shed. I still think I'd like another one, probably the easy shed, but on the back of this one. It's okay for run-through equipment, but to be honest, it's not that large. And with it having enclosed sides, you could probably only get 3 or 4 things in it and be able to get out each side, which is obviously the entire purpose of that kind of shed. So I either put another one of these right next door, or we have an easy shed that goes outward. I think that may be the way that I go. I think, to be honest, I think we're going to sell this. It's a bit of, I think, a time for a bit of a tidy up, I think, of things that we're never going to use. It's a bit like the I should show you what I'm on about this here, now that we've actually got truthfully got the actual grimy full-size monster. I seriously think, again, this is just surplus to requirements. We've sort of obviously bought that when we... I know, did I actually repair that? Thinking about it. Yeah, I did. It's totally... I mean, that's another thing we do need. I'm not going to do it now, because I could go on forever, but yeah. I think that I'm quite chuffed with that. We've done all the tidying up, I think, of the stuff that's extra, that's been bugging me for a while. I think everything else is spot on. I don't think we've got anything doubled up. The tater one, I've wanted to do that for ages, because I knew, obviously, I bought it that first year we were going to go into potatoes, but it was just such a nightmare that I thought, no, let's go into sugar. And I don't regret that decision. Right, so there we go. Another play session. We've done quite well. I know we've halved our money, but we're investing. We're investing in the business model to try and obviously do better. We're also putting roots down more and more. We've also bought more equipment. So yeah, it swings and roundabouts. You've got to sometimes speculate to accumulate, as the old saying goes. It's very true. And we've still got some money. We've not got knocked ourselves right down to the very lowest again. So we're selling those couple of pieces of equipment. So we've taken it back up to a reasonable amount. So yeah, anyway, without any more waffling and further ado, I'm going to say thank you very much for watching, and I hope you're going to continue with me on this journey. We really are, I think, now doing quite well. I know we've still got that massive loan, but we will work on that, and hopefully our 2 new greenhouses will help. I'm not expecting miracles where they're going to like knock it on the head within a month or 2, but sometimes you've got to make your income more and more before you can take things down. So we'll work on it. We will get, it's all about getting to that stage where there's more coming in than there is going out, and that's that tipping point, as I've said on other Let's Plays. Even on FS19 it was exactly the same. We really must get a clean in a mod to wash things down or something. That Vulture, I bet his headlights are absolutely ditched. So yeah, we will do that as well, and also the electric point. That's the next couple of things that we will do for the farm. Definitely, I think actually probably close to the shed. I'm not going to do it now, there's plenty of time. Yeah, I think probably just this side over here, and the water, to be honest, the washer. I think they both ought to go somewhere at the end here, and then the easy shed going down there. But that's again, we'll want a bit more income before we buy another shed. We'll make do with the one we've got for now. So as I say, thank you very much for watching, and goodbye for now.